Mhm. Hello and welcome to Wise Guys Entertainment. This is your host Wyman. I am coming at you with the streaming video, and let's see. This is a momentous occasion. Yeah, it's not an even number, but I'm going to celebrate it anyway. So hey, so there. Um, as you should be able to see in the chat, I recently hit 41 subscribers to my YouTube channel. I'm at 454 followers on Twitter, 73 followers on Facebook. So yeah, it's something to celebrate. Celebrate. Holiday. Dun, 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 dun. Say we take a holiday. Take some time to celebrate. Just one day out of life. Holiday. It can be so nice. So you might be asking, what are we eating? Well, I have, as a beverage, Nescafe Instant Coffee House Blend. What I do when I have instant coffee around, I usually don't typically drink instant coffee because I personally don't think it tastes as good as brewed coffee grounds, but this is actually pretty decent. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. But what I do is I use a traditional coffee pot that they claim is 12 cups worth. But if you equate a cup to a mug like I do, it ends up being more like 6 real cups or 6 mugs worth. So that's my general rule of thumb for that. So I worked yesterday, and consequently, I didn't bother making any kind of Easter dinner. Yesterday was Easter. Happy Easter, everyone. Happy belated Easter. So what I ended up doing is I have this frozen ham that I got. And I baked it today. It's one of the, how you typically go to the grocery store and the ham is already spiral cut and cured for you. So all you're really doing is reheating it in the oven at 275 is it? It's like 275. Some directions call for leaving it in there like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But in the past, every time I've reheated ham, it seems like it's never enough. So I kind of went a little wild, and I threw mine in there for 275 degrees for 4 hours. And during the very last half hour, I poured that. There's a glaze that typically comes with it, a sweet glaze that like a brown sugar, honey, maybe molasses, syrup kind of glaze. And I poured that over it and then let it bake on the ham for the last half hour. And oh man, it came out so good. So the first part of our celebration, we're going to have an ASMR eating stream. ASMR, if you haven't heard, is whenever you see those videos where everything's kind of like peace and quiet, and you're more not so much there to watch, but you're more listening at the calmness and the serene feeling you get. Although I don't really know how calm or serene someone eating food is. The other thing you'll observe in an ASMR video is the person whispers. So let's go ahead and go into ASMR mode now, and we'll go into whisper mode. Now let me slightly adjust the banner, edit it slightly. There we go. So I basically changed the last line from think about the children to thanks for your continued support, because yeah, without you I'm nothing. And to be honest, when I went on this venture and took the leap, I honestly wasn't expecting more than one or two subscribers total. But I've been so fortunate to meet all kinds of cool people online, get to know them better, and also, get to stream with a couple of them. So I hope this is just the beginning of many awesome opportunities. I'm definitely interested in getting to know more content creators. Um, I'm all about pop culture and movies and comics and stuff, but uh, I'm also I'm trying to help in the promotional efforts of existing Indiegogo comic book creators. So you'll see whenever I have live streams, it's often going to be to promote someone's book. So there you have it. So we are going into ASMR mode now. All right. So as you can see, I'm now in a whispered voice. Pretty scary, huh? So as you can see, look at this beautiful ham footage. If you're in the middle of eating something, I highly encourage you to also eat something. And if you've got a camera, I love to have you join the stream so we can both eat, we can all eat while whispering, and then we can see what the combined chorus or orchestra of people eating sounds like. Did you know I read something once that said whispering for long periods of time is supposed to be bad for your throat? Kind of interesting, huh? The ham I made is from Cracker Barrel. It's a restaurant that also has a retail side to it, so you can actually um, you can buy merchandise from the store side, and you can also dine in on the dining room side. At least that was prior to the whole coronavirus outbreak. Now they presently do exclusively takeout and curbside pickup and that kind of stuff. I used a ladle and collected some juices from the ham. Really good stuff. I was looking around because I just realized I don't have any paper towels with me. They're all in the kitchen. Anybody else out there like ham? When I was a kid, we used to get um, spiral cut hams, but we'd also stick those. I think they're called cloves. That use space equally over the surface of the ham, and it adds more flavor to it. I think they are cloves. Oh, live long and prosper. Yeah. You ever notice how big my nose is? My nose is big and bulbous. All right, back. So, yeah, quite honestly, although I find some ASMR interesting, my little experiment with myself was a touch on the boring side. I mean, if I had other people on my stream who were also eating something and we were all doing it together, then it might be more fun. But the other weird thing about it is, with all the whispering and my also eating, it felt kind of exhausting. So maybe I was trying to do too much at once. Yeah, so definitely like, comment, subscribe. Love to have you. Love to interact with you. Hope your Monday is beautiful. And that if you're in one of those what they classify as essential industries, that you're taking necessary precautions to stay safe. I hope all of you who are in self-quarantine are also staying safe, and ideally you have somebody, a member of your family, a partner, a close friend, a roommate, kids who you are quote unquote stuck with, so that you at least have companionship. People who are like all by themselves, well, I guess it could happen to anyone, but if you're cooped up inside all the time, then you're prone to get stir crazy. And, because you have no human interaction, and humans are networking types of creatures. Humans need to be able to interact with one another to feel like a sense of fulfillment, I guess. And if you have a chunk of your time that's absent of that, then some aren't quite sure how to handle it or what to do to counter it. So whenever you can, I would recommend you get some fresh air. Even if you're like in an apartment or a duplex or something, walk around the premises, do if you have one, go out on the balcony and just hang, breathe in the fresh air. Over here is kind of cool right now. I'm in the Midwest, so breathe in some fresh air, exercise, go for walks or hikes. Some places are stricter than others, and I've been hearing that some people are actually going to parks even, but that if they see other people in the parks, then everyone will keep their 6+ feet of distance between them. Even at grocery stores, like if you don't mind going to a grocery store, if you're going because you need to restock on something, only go if you absolutely have to. Stores, as far as I can see, are not going to go out of business anytime soon. At least grocery stores, those that actually provide food and supplies. Like, I'm a big fan of Costco, so I will go there. Well, early on in the pandemic, well, I'm saying early, but actually, technically, I guess it might be considered late. Sounds like there's been word of coronavirus since 2017 or 2018. And then 2018, there was like a summit of all these leaders in business to discuss how one would handle a pandemic of coronavirus. And then lo and behold, boom, coronavirus is a reality. So it's really sketchy. But what the point I was trying to get to before I went off on that crazy tangent and that ramble is that it was starting to be taken more seriously around January of 2020. But it wasn't until like early March when I started to consider, stocking up on some groceries and some supplies. As a single person, things like toilet paper and cleaning, Clorox wipes and paper towels last you quite a while, actually. So I really wasn't in any big hurry to do any shopping for, excuse me, the coronavirus stuff, especially since I was seeing in the news on the internet, since I don't watch TV news anymore, or haven't for 10 years at least. People just went crazy. They went buck wild and went to grocery stores and hoarded up on things like toilet paper and stuff. I mean, I can understand getting a pack or two, but do you really have to get 4 or 5 or more packages? By now, you've probably seen it in the news and all those funny stories that people keep sharing around that there are some out there who were intentionally hoarding those kinds of products so that they could resell them on places like eBay at a huge markup. So it was insane. And even more insane, anyone willing to even buy that at that price. There are alternatives if we run out of toilet paper. And the only explanation I could find from anybody as to why toilet paper of all things was such in high demand is supposedly if you get coronavirus, then what, it gives you the runs. But I mean, if it came down to it, you could literally use you could wash yourself off with the uh, shower head. I mean, it wouldn't be the neatest thing, but it's an option. Um, what else is going on? Yeah. Oh, to that point, let's see. Let me see something. I need to be sure that audio is coming through. I might be wasting all my time by talking to myself without audio working. I need to be. All right, so it looks like it's working. That's what I wanted to be sure of. Oh man, that is such good ham. It's been a while since I had ham, spiral cut, sugar ham. And if you wanted to, you could actually create your own glaze. There are a lot of good glazes out there on the market. I forget the name of the one we used to use in the family for years. What the heck? What is that? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Someone was trying to message me. I'll get back with them later. Yeah, so, when you're living the single life, you really don't have a whole lot of needs. Everything else is not so much do I need it, but do I want it? And I realistically, I really don't need much of anything. A roof over my head, a place to sleep. Give me 3 square in the end, I'm a simple man. Give me 3 square meals and a frying pan. Um, yeah, yep. All right. Yeah. So when I do go out, and get anything food wise, I usually go to a place like Costco. I I actually enjoy that place. That's a fun place, and I think I might have mentioned it in a previous video where um, where if I ever happen to win the lottery or something, I would probably celebrate by going to Costco of all things, uh, and literally probably even more so than going to Disneyland. I mean, I might eventually return to Disneyland. I haven't been in over 35 years, as far as I can remember. 35 years since I was in Disneyland, or Disney World for that matter. I think it would be like, okay, let's say I won the lottery. So, well, I might get myself, first off, a used station wagon, because that's more or less my dream car. Either a station wagon or a minivan. I know it sounds goofy to people. Um, but I never had a huge urge to get like a sports car, because whenever I see stuff about sports cars, I hear about how expensive it is to maintain, um, how much trouble it is to do your own maintenance, uh, but most importantly, how tough it is to get in and out of those vehicles. You know, I mean, sure, they look great, but when you consider that, like on a Lamborghini, uh, is one of the brands Countach, Lamborghini Countach, what used to be one of my favorite looking, cool looking cars. You got the sliding, a vertical sliding door, or it rotates up, but then you have to crawl in there, and it seems like more trouble than it's worth crawling in and out of those vehicles. And I can't help but wonder, if you get in an accident while you're in such a car, how hard or easy will it be to get in and out? Like, there's a model of Corvette that was released. Oh man, don't quote me, because I want to say early 90s. But there was a model of Corvette where, they were trying to get fancy and technologically advanced, where rather than have the pull up, push up locks on the door, or any kind of locks on the door whatsoever, instead it was at the bottom. I think it was built into the seat with the other controls. Like, you've got your powered controls for your seat, forward, backward, left. Well, not left, right. Forward, backward, and then the angle of the seat and the angle of the back. And among those controls, as I understand it, was the lock and unlock. So there was a story where somebody who recently bought one of those Corvettes, I guess they were so new to it that they went, they hadn't taken the time to read any instructions or get training on it. So this person goes into like a fast food joint, I guess, to order some food, and then they realized they left their little dog in the car. So they went uh, went out to their car to retrieve the dog, and while doing so, for some reason, I guess he locked himself in the car with the dog, and it was either a warm day or it was warm enough to where the internal temperature of the vehicle was really hot. But then once he was inside and he had the door closed, he couldn't get out. And no matter what he tried, he couldn't get out. He couldn't figure out how to unlock the door. On top of that, the windows were rolled up, and he was banging on his window. I guess he didn't have anything he could use to break the glass. And despite his efforts, nobody in the fast food joint or the restaurant he was at or parked at could notice that he was in trouble. That, or perhaps one or more people noticed but thought he was either joking or crazy. So they found out later that he literally died in that car because he had no way out and he didn't know how to unlock the doors. So I think there was a big old stink about that. And I guess the makers of Corvette had to, I don't remember if they had to pay a fine, but there was talk of them updating their manual, their user instructions and stuff like that to alert people to it right away. Yeah, goofy stuff, huh? You wouldn't, well, at least I wouldn't have ever thought about that being a problem. I guess I'm so used to cars having a lock of some sort on the door itself, whether it be a push and pull type of knob, excuse me, or if it's one that's like built into the door handle on the door. But not something I would envision being built into the controls on the driver's seat. So, yeah. Word to the wise. Learn your vehicle inside and out. Excuse me a moment. I'm going to get a refill of coffee. Oh, man. Today's t-shirt is Harley Davidson. Oh, shoot. I love this pinup artwork. And of course, I love the American flag. Motorcycles are cool. I don't know how to ride them, but I was always thinking one day I would at least learn how to ride a trike. And if I win the lottery, maybe even get a trike. You know what? You know what I'm talking about? Not a traditional trike, but with the two wheels in the rear and the one in the front. But like a spider, where you've got the two wheels in the front and the one rear in the back. I'm not sure, but it always seems to me it might be have more stability and control if you've got the two wheels in the front. I don't know. It's just a big old guess. It's a guess. So if you're just now joining, welcome to Wise Guys Entertainment. This is your host, Wyman, if you haven't noticed already. Oh my gosh. Check out how long my hair is getting. Oh, jeez. It's like ear length. Look at my sideburns. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, yeah. Man, look at this. Man, I got a mullet. Or a mini mullet. It's not as heavy or thick as some, but it's enough to bother the heck out of me. I like my hair really short and easy to manage. So I'm thinking I might pick up a pair of clippers, trimmers from the internet, and that way I'll be able to do my own hair. I'm such a cheap bastard. Let's see. Yeah, so for anyone just joining now, welcome. We are celebrating 51 subscribers on YouTube, 454 followers on Twitter, 73 followers on Facebook. So check that out. Hoo-wee. As I mentioned at the very beginning of the stream, I didn't know how far this would take me, but so far so good. A lot of it has to do with consistency, which is something I am working on. You'll notice that I have a tendency to not make regular videos every day. And when I do make videos and or streams, I do a clump of them at a time. I'm trying to get past that and, try and design a schedule that works for me. I think one reason I don't presently do so, well, maybe it's more of an excuse, is that I've got a crazy sleep schedule. I have a tendency to be both a night owl and a morning person. So, even if I am tired, I'll have a tendency of staying up late. And then I'll go to bed and either I'll get up early still. Early these days is more like 8, 9 a.m. Excuse me. But on the flip side, sometimes if I am thoroughly exhausted and I'm running on empty and not getting much sleep at all, then it's not uncommon for me to not wake up till 11 a.m., noon. I don't really like waking up too late, like around then, because by then so much of your day is gone. And because I don't have a whole lot of interior lighting in my place, I think it's better to do videos and streams in the daytime when I've got more natural light. Because when I'm using artificial light from lamps, then usually that's when you see that half my face is dark, excuse me, and the other half is light because I have my lamp over to my left. That's shining, casting the light on me. So half my face is illuminated while the other half is dark. All right. In case I didn't tell you, I got my refill of coffee. In case you were wondering, it says happily ever after. Wah, wah, wah. For fun, I don't know if I'm going to use it or if I'm going to gift it to someone. I don't know. I almost think I should gift it to someone. I just got to make sure I can find my own, my other erasers. But I found this, it's a jumbo rainbow fruit scented eraser. Can't tell what it smells like. I can't help but wonder if it's made up, if it's got more than one scent, or if it's just a single scent for the entire eraser. Probably is easiest to and makes more sense to just have a single scent. But what that scent is, I'm not sure. It's probably a fruit. Well, I mean, fruity in nature. Or, well, it said fruit scented. I was about to say bubblegum, but that's not fruit scented. All right, so what else is going on? Oh, yes. So this is the second subscriber celebration. And as is now tradition, it warrants fruitcake. Yay! Oh my gosh, shoot. How hard is this? Oh, well. You know what the beauty of fruitcake is? It lasts forever. Just like McDonald's hamburgers, Just like anything from McDonald's, it lasts forever. Mm. I meant to do like a little countdown for the fruitcake introduction, but just whipped it out at the last minute. Mmm. Man, I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about that ham I made, or reheated basically. And man, that's so good. You can bet I'm going to turn that into sandwiches later. So good. Look at this. For those fruitcake connoisseurs, oh man. It is loaded with stuff. How many of you can guess where I picked this fruitcake up? No, it's not homemade. Yep. For those of you who guessed Costco, you are correct. Correctamundo. Hey. 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 What's cool is this was a huge fruitcake. It was the size of is basically made in a bundt cake tin. Hmm. I'm going to take a quick break from eating fruitcake to check out Twitter notifications, see what the latest is out there. What the heck? Why are some people being backstabbers to heavy Comicsgate promoters like John Malin? Not sure what the story is behind that, but it sounds like he's had people he's hosted that help push their books, and then something happened, and then he learns that they stabbed him. uh, 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 uh. Hmm. Yeah, I'm still reviewing. Let's see here. Oops. Spelling. Quick break from Fruitcake to catch up on Twitter updates. Boom, 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 quack, quack, boom, 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 quack, quack. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Hmm, that's fine.
Self-ed. So, did you catch that? What she says is you start out with something that's a lie and you throw it out there, and then the press picks up on it and they write stories about it, and you say, see, it's written in the press, so it must be true. This is exactly what they did with Trump. They demonized him. It was all fake about the Russia collusion. This is what they did with Kavanaugh. It was all fake about these women coming and saying that he did these things. The last one was even ludicrous, that Swetnick one. This is the situation we're dealing with. This is how these people work. They work.
Okay, let's see if anything's going on. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. Nobody's in here. That's all right. I got my fruitcake. Ooh. Everybody's out here eating fruitcake. Ooh. Just some words of advice. If you got a project, let's say an Indiegogo comic book that you're going to promote, definitely make use of social media like Twitter to promote your product, but do your best not to get sucked into the drama in Twitter. It can really eat you up and spit you out. Until you have a thick skin, try not to get involved in that stuff, because there's some crazy there's some crazy ass people out there. Oh man. But once you get used to it and know what to expect, you can learn to easily read them, because the ones causing the drama tend to have the same kinds of talking points, and they say the same things. And once you start hearing those same phrases and words over and over, then you can pretty much get a bead on them. I'm going to jump over to Twitter again real quick. Let's see. Wait, huh? Oh. Okay. Uh, boom, 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 boom. Excuse me. Hmm? According to Grace Randolph, Trolls World Tour is set to easily top Avengers Endgame as top digital release, pulling in approximately $30 million in one day. That's pretty wild. Oh man. Um, If I'm not careful, YouTube bots will flag this stream and shut me down. Da-da-da. I just love Austin Powers, though. What I was watching was a little clip of, let me see, did I, wow, did I literally watch a minute? Oh, not all of it was with the audio on. I watched a minute 13 of, oh, is that it? All right, so hopefully I played less than half a minute with the audio on. Don't want my stream to be flagged for a copyright claim. Yeah, it's a funny little video that is about um, Boris Johnson getting over the coronavirus illness. After taking that, what was it, hydroxychloroquine or whatever it is. That's pretty funny. That's funny. I think I'm close to finishing going through the latest updates. Vickyverse. Huh. Vaguely sounds familiar. Vickyverse. Huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm back. Oh man. What? Let's see. For those of you just joining, we're basically just celebrating reaching 41 subscribers on YouTube, 454 followers on Twitter, and 73 followers on Facebook. Um, I think tomorrow I'm going to try and whip up some chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets. I mean, I've got a whole bag. I might just end up cooking the whole thing, but in batches, because I think I want to make them in my air fryer. And if you don't have one, air fryers are pretty cool, and they're meant to cook things faster than a traditional oven. I still like oven cooking, but uh, I think there's a lot of convenience in cooking with an air fryer. Um, but I've got this big old bag of chicken nuggets in the freezer, and I was thinking tomorrow might be the day I do the stream with the chicken nuggets. I've got a whole assortment of varied hot sauces, and I'm into hot sauces. I like some kick to my food. So I figured, well, let's see how many nuggets I can eat, and at the same time, see how long I can survive having a different flavored hot sauce on every single nugget I eat. Um, I'm not really sure if I'm going to even bother making it a time based challenge. It's more or less to enjoy some chicken nuggets while trying an assortment of hot sauces and see which one is better than another, which one I might not really care for. These are all hot sauces I have not tried before. Uh, and I specifically picked them up for this purpose, which is to do a stream where I'm eating nuggets with different hot sauces. At one point, I thought I was going to do something like, if you've ever watched it's on Instagram. I don't know if they have a YouTube channel, but it's called Hot Ones, where they invite a celebrity to join them, and then they have uh, I guess they use hot wings or maybe drumettes, and they go progressively hotter and hotter in the Scoville unit scale of hot sauces until they get to the end. And during the challenge, the host is basically interviewing the celebrity at the same time. So, you're learning more about the celebrity while watching their goofy reactions to eating hot stuff. So it's pretty entertaining. I first learned about it through, I think it's Instagram. But I'm guessing they probably, actually, you know what? I have seen some YouTube videos for them too. Yeah. So they're on YouTube as well. Maybe they post it on one and then they re-upload it to the other. Let's see what else is going on. I'm not sure, but I might actually be able to finish off my fruitcake today. This is, after all, the fruitcake stream. And although this technically will probably last through this Christmas, I'd actually prefer to finish this off so that I can make more room in the fridge for other foods. Because ever since I stocked up for this coronavirus thing, I'm kind of running short on space in the fridge. For example, one of the things I kind of splurged on is eggs. I literally bought a whole case of eggs. So that's what? 2, 5, 6, possibly about, wait, is that 1,200 eggs? It's like, there are these, do I have one left here I can show you? Imagine this, but like double size, or a little more than double size, and have it full of eggs. And that's basically what one of the flats is. Then that's easily over 2 dozen on a flat. So 24 eggs. And then you multiply it times either 8 or 10 flats, and that's basically a case of eggs. That's about right. So lots and lots of eggs. So Um, you know the reference from Forrest Gump, where Forrest's best friend in the military, Bubba, talked about him and Forrest going into business together, fishing for shrimp, and how he named off one type of shrimp dish after another, like shrimp souffle, shrimp tartare, shrimp casserole, shrimp scampi, fried shrimp, boiled shrimp, and so on and so forth. Well, I could probably do the same for eggs. Uh, Fried eggs, boiled eggs, hard boiled eggs, soft boiled eggs, egg salad. Um, did I say eggs over easy? Poached eggs, uh, sunny side up eggs, scrambled eggs, deviled eggs, and so on and so forth. For all those eggs. In fact, I recently, uh, just like 2 days ago, I made a big batch of eggs, at least 2 dozen. I boiled them, I hard boiled them, and then I shelled them, and then I stick them in a Tupperware container and put them in the fridge so that I can pop them out whenever I had a hankering for hard boiled eggs. Yeah, so good stuff. Yeah. Doing it and doing it and doing it right. Doing it and doing it and doing it right. Doing it and doing it and doing it right. It's just like to say I was raised here in Brooklyn. All right. Let's see. So I'm going to shoot for doing the chicken nugget stream tomorrow. Hopefully there's a short learning curve in how long I need to cook those nuggets so they come out right. I'd hate to waste any, but it shouldn't be too hard. And the other reason I was thinking I'd use the air fryer is so I can do them in smaller batches so that they come out as fresh as possible. Because if I make a whole baking sheet worth in the oven at once, then while I'm eating the first portion of it, the first quarter, for example, then all the rest of them will be getting cool and might cool off to room temperature, which won't be as appealing. So I'll either have to reheat them in the oven or something to, rejuvenate them, make them fresh tasting again. But I'm kind of leaning towards the air fryer idea. I haven't looked into it, but there's a chance I'm also going to do a gaming stream tonight. One of the challenges that I'm finding with, maintaining a YouTube channel is that there are all these content creators I just love watching and that I find entertaining and so many of them so many of them do their live streams in the evening. So if I'm live streaming in the evening, then, I'll miss their stream. I think what I'm ultimately going to have to do is just stream whenever I can, create videos as often as I can, and eventually any content that I want to see, I'll just watch the replay on. and then become more picky. Pick and choose which ones I want to try to attend live. Because I do love going on the live streams and interacting with people in real time. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else is going on. Oh, I think I touched on this briefly. This evening, I'm going to see if I could do a gaming stream, and it'll be linked to Twitch. So hopefully, if all goes well, it'll stream to Twitch. But then I don't know if that also means that. Oh well. I'm not sure if there's a way to save a local copy of your stream for Twitch on your local hard drive and then upload it to YouTube. I will have to look into that. Let's take another. What's going on here? Someone's trying to reach me. All right. I am going to end the stream for now because someone's trying to reach me. Ah!